Hello students, good morning to all of you. Today we go for understanding how to calculate median in the case of continuous data or else continuous series. Yesterday we came to know how to calculate median for an individual series and as well as a discrete series. So in the case of individual series, what are the special cases? Even number of elements would be there and as well as odd number of elements would be there. So whenever odd number of elements or numbers are there, exactly middle value is going to be the median. After writing the given series of values in the ascending order, or else if you want you can write in the descending order. But whereas in the case of even number of values, items, so you are going to identify the median by selecting the average of two middle values. So you know how to select the two middle values. Okay. So what is the formula we have used? So we came to know that to calculate median. So we have calculated median by direct methods without formula, with formula also if you want you can calculate the median. And in the case of discrete series, you know how to get the median. Write down the given information in terms of the ascending order, like variable information xi and fi would be there. And you take the cumulative frequencies, you calculate n plus 1 by 2th term. That value wherever lies are very little bit more than the n plus 1th by 2 term in the cumulative frequencies corresponds to the median value. So that how you have calculated. Yesterday you understood. And today we go for a calculation of the median under continuous series. Okay. Now this is one example for continuous series. You know very well what you mean by continuous series. So under continuous series, what would be there? You will be finding the information or the variable information in terms of the intervals 0 to 20, 21 to 30, 31 to 40, 41 to 50. The number of students here are going to be the frequency values. So I think there will not be any kind of doubt whether it is a continuous series or not. So this is a continuous series. Okay. Then how do you get the median for this continuous series? So remember that to calculate median under the continuous series, we are going to apply formula. So what is that formula? So here I am going to mention that formula, that is median. So which is nothing but L1 plus n by 2 minus CF by F into CI. So this is the formula to calculate median under continuous data. So here we will understand what each term explains. Okay. Now the first thing L1. What is L1? The L1 is nothing but the lower limit of the median class. So I am going to write all the terms. So L1 is nothing but the lower limit of median class. Median class. So you are going to understand what do you know median class while doing the problem. The next one is n. You know very well wherever n you get in the statistics, it's nothing but total of the frequencies. Total of the frequencies Now CF stands for cumulative frequency. What cumulative frequency? Which is the preceding cumulative frequency of the median class. So I have to remember this. Now here the CF means preceding, that means before value, preceding cumulative frequency, cumulative frequency of median class, median class. Now F is nothing but the frequency of the median class, frequency of the median class, okay. Now next CI, or else in few textbooks they write only I also. The CI stands for class interval. So carefully you need to remember all this information. Okay. Now what we are doing, we are about to calculate median under the continuous series or continuous data. So what is the formula? Median is equal to L1 plus n by 2 minus CF by F into CI. What are the meanings of each and every term here? The L1 stands for the lower limit of median class. N stands for total of the frequencies. CF stands for preceding cumulative frequency of median class. F stands for frequency of the median class, and CI is nothing but the class interval. Okay, all this information we are going to get from this data. Right, now we are going to apply this formula to this data. Understand? Now carefully observe here. Though it seems to be the continuous data, it's not continuously formed. You have to be very, very careful, especially when you are tackling the continuous data kind of problems. Within the continuity, discontinuity will be there. So you need to first of all nullify the discontinuity. You need to make these discontinuous values into continuous. Where do you are observing the discontinuity in the given data? Okay. Now you see in the marks, what is the first interval? 0 to 20. This is a special model, very important model. Directly if you go for doing the problem, you will get the wrong answer. Because the data is in the discontinuous format. We are making the data into continuous format. A small change you will make, that's it. If you forget that, whatever answer you get without doing that, that is going to be the wrong answer. So here if you see 0 to 20, again continuous data means that should start from 20 to something. Like here 30 to something. But what is there? 0 to 20. Again what is the value? 21 to 30. Discontinued. Then what is the gap between 20 to 21? 1 unit gap is there. Same way, again up to 30, these values are there. Again gap happened. Now again what are the starting information from 31 to 40? Again here 41 to 50. Again 51 to 60. That means this data is not in the continuous format. We need to convert this data first of all into continuous format. Again we will go for application of the median. If the given data is in the continuous format, need not to go for the change. Directly you can apply this formula. Sometimes they twist the data like this also. That's why I prefer to do this problem. Okay. Now what I am doing here, I am making the problem, the given question into a continuous data format. How to do that? So now I am going to start the solution part. Okay. Now what do you get here? So I am making, by making the discontinuous data into continuous, we have discontinuous data into continuous we have. So what I am doing, all of you observe carefully. Okay. As usual, I put here marks. Okay. Now again, the next column is going to be number of students. Number of students. So I am going to fill up the information with a continuous format. Now all of you look at here. So how to make the continuous? Always remember that to make the discontinuous data into continuous, you need to consider two side-by-side intervals, consecutive intervals. In the preceding interval, you take the higher limit. In the succeeding interval, you take the lower limit. Take the difference. Understand? And divide it by the difference with 2, average, isn't it? Again, that average you need to subtract from each lower limit of the interval, and you need to add to the each higher limit of the interval. Be careful. Now these are the two side by side intervals, isn't it? This is the preceding interval, this is the succeeding interval. In the preceding interval, what is the higher limit? 20. What is the lower limit? 21. What is the difference? I am not minding about the sign, minus plus. What is the difference here? 20, 21. That is 1. So 1 by 2. 1 divided by 2 means 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 in terms of decimals, how much you will get? 0.5. So what is the average value? 0.5. The 0.5 I need to subtract from each lower limit, and I need to add to the each higher limit. You take any value. Let us come to here. Again, these two are consecutive intervals. Side by side should be there. If you take this, okay, you will get wrong answer. Side by side. 50, 51, difference is 1. 1 divided by 2, that is 1 by 2. Again, that becomes 0.5. Add that 0.5 to the higher limit. Subtract from the lower limit. Then the data becomes continuous. So all of you look at here how the data is going to be continuous now. Okay. Now 20, 21, difference is 1. Divided by with 2, how much you will get? 1 by 2, that is 0.5. Now I am subtracting 0.5 from the lower limit. 0 minus 0.5. So how much you will get here? Negative values. So how much you will get now here? Minus 0.5. Okay. Now again the 0.5 I am adding to the higher limit. What is the higher limit here? 20. 20 plus 0.5. What do you get here? 20.5. Okay. 20.5. The first interval is over now. Correspondingly, what is the frequency number of students? This value will not change. 42. Okay. Now go to the second interval. Now subtract 0.5 from 21. How much you will get? 21 minus 0.5. Nothing but 20.5. Okay. Now in the higher limit we are going to add that. So how much you will get now? 30.5. That is 30 plus 0.5 is nothing but 30.5. Now what is the corresponding interval? The corresponding frequency value is what? 38. I am writing 38. Now again you go to the next value. So 31 minus 0.5. So 31 minus 0.5. How much you will get? 30.5 minus 40 plus 0.5. So how much you will get? 40.5. Okay. Now what is the corresponding frequency value? 120. Did you all observing the data is becoming continuous? You see, G minus 0.5, 20.5. Again the next interval started from 20.5. Again the next interval started from 30.5, 30.5, 40.5. Is it? Now like that here, what is the next interval is going to be? 40.5. Okay. Now next it is going to be 50.5. Okay. I will write the frequency afterwards. Next, what do you get here? 50.5. Okay. Next 60.5. Okay. What is the frequency value? 84. Now next 48. Okay. Like this if you take. What are the last values you are going to get? The data 60.5, 70.5. Same way 70.5 to 80.5. So this is the last set of values. So what are the frequencies are going to be? 36, 31. 36, 31. Space is not there, I adjusted here because if I discontinue the table you will disturb. Okay. Now 84, 48, again 36, 31. Now see everywhere consecutively higher limit, lower limit, higher limit, lower limit, higher limit, lower limit. So the data has become now continuous. Now we apply the given formula directly. Getting my point? This is the very, very important step. If you go without making continuous this data, directly applying this formula, you will get the wrong answer. Understand? So what is the basic thing I did here? First of all, I made the discontinuous data into continuous. Now this is the continuous data. Now you can apply what is the formula, directly you get the answer. Okay. We will go for doing the problem now. So after making the data continuous, now I am going to identify the median. So for that I opened the calculation table like this. So nothing new here. The marks I wrote here. What to call these class intervals. Okay. The next what it did, number of students becomes the frequencies and cumulative frequencies. So what are the marks? I will write now the continuous data minus 0.5 to 20.5 first class interval. The next one 20.5 to 30.5. Next 30.5 to 40.5. Next 40.5 to 50.5. Next 50.5 to 60.5. Next 60.5 to 70.5. Next 70.5 to 80.5. So this is the data given to you. Okay. Now number of students. These values doesn't change. We have write 42. Okay. 38. 120. 84, 48 as it is. Now 36, last value is 31. Now I take the cumulative frequencies. So how much you will get here? The cumulative frequencies, successive adding. Okay, this is going to be the 42. Now here 10, 7, 8, 80. Next you will get 80. Now next year you will get 200. Next 284. Next 332. Next 368. Next 399. So this total should match. So here also, what is that? It is going to be n total of the frequencies 399. So it is match. That means our cumulative frequencies are correct. Okay. Now we go for application of the formula. So what is the formula? Median. So median. So MD in short I am writing, or else median. So what is the formula? L1 plus n by 2 minus CF by F into CA, class interval. So this is the formula. Okay. Now first thing, in order to calculate all these things, you need to calculate n by 2. So what is n by 2 here? This implies n is nothing but how much will got? 399. Then n by 2 becomes 399 by 2. How much you will get? 199.5. So in the calculated cumulative frequencies, now calculate where is 199.5. That should be there, or a little bit more value. What is the cumulative frequency value which is equal to 199.5, or else more than that, little bit? Nothing but 200. Understand? Okay. This is most important. Because that is going to be the pointer for all other values. 200. Okay. Now, correspondingly this 200, whatever class is there, that becomes your median class. Lower limit of the, what to call this frequency. So, what is this? This becomes your L1. This is L1. Okay. The CF here, what is the meaning of that? Preceding to the median class cumulative frequency. So what is the median class cumulative frequency? 200. Preceding this, succeeding this. Preceding is above. So what is that value is going to be? This value. 80. So 80 is going to be your CF. Okay. Now what is F? F is going to be the frequency of the median class, this complete. So this is your F. So this is F, frequency you got. Now what is CI? The common class interval length. So everywhere, what is that? 20.5 minus of minus 0.5, the difference. So how much you will get here? 10. The class interval, nothing but 10. So before that we write down all the given values, calculated values. So what is L1 now? Just now traced out, 30.5. What is CF? Traced out, 80. What is F located? 120. Okay. Then what is CI? Class interval, nothing but the common difference, higher limit minus lower limit. So what is that value? 10. Okay. Now you got all the values. Now go for calculation of the median, substitute. Therefore median, that is equal to, what is L1? 30.5 plus n by 2, 199.5 minus CF 80 whole divided by F 120 into 10. Okay. First you simplify this entire part. After that, you go for adding. So what do you get here? 30.5 plus so on simplifying this, how much you will get? 9.95, and finally the median is going to be 40.45. This is how to calculate median in the continuous data. So continuous data, median calculation, what are the things to be observed? The first thing is whether the continuous data is actually in the continuous stage or not, continuous form or not. If not, make the data into continuous format. Okay. And after that, create a calculation table like this. Okay. So class intervals, the frequency values. Next you calculate cumulative frequencies. This value should match. Now go for formula. L1 plus n by 2 minus CF by F into CI, where n is the total of the frequencies. Calculate n by 2 value. How much you got? 199.5. Check the near value to 199.5, the cumulative frequencies. What is that value? 200. So this is going to be the pointer. Very, very important location. Based upon this pointer only, you identified all other values. Okay. Now, for this 200, whichever interval is there opposite, quite opposite, its lower value is going to be, the lower limit is going to be the L1. Again for this 200, the above cumulative frequency value is going to be the CF for this problem. For this 200, whichever is quite opposite frequency, that becomes F. The class interval is common. So what is that? 10. Substituted, applied board mass. So in the board mass, always better to go for the information which is there in terms of product and as well as the ratios. And finally, how much you got the answer? 40.5. Okay. So this is what actually how to calculate the median under continuous series. Okay. So this is the data is given to you. So median formula converted into a continuous data. Okay. And after that, calculation. Okay, applied the formula. And finally, you got the median as 40.5. Okay. So by this, we finish all the models under median. So till now we did problems under arithmetic mean and the median. Tomorrow we go for very important problems which are nothing but mode calculation. Everywhere what is common thing? Data types. So individual series, discrete series, continuous series. In the mode calculation also we have the method for individual series and discrete series and finally continuous series. Understand? Thank you so much.